Hello, it is Hayes. I am still alive. Today is the 27th of October, Sunday. 24th of October on Thursday, which was my son's 8th birthday. I had a little wobbly and ended up in hospital, and on the Friday I ended up having surgery, emergency surgery, because I felt like shit and my insides did a loop-de-loop and it wasn't good. So anyway, I'll take you back to the beginning. Thursday started off as normal. Dropped my son off at school because it's his birthday, he's all excited. We went to meet the father-in-law who was visiting, and I was in the car and I was feeling a little bit tender, so I thought I'll take my tablets and I'll have my omeprazole first to soothe my stomach. So over the course of about 10 minutes I took all my tablets with a little probiotic yogurt, which is normal for me, and then for the next 20 minutes was in agonising, awful, distressing, horrible, bend over double pain. That carried on then throughout the day, getting worse and worse, and I thought, oh, here we go, I've just blocked myself up by taking all my tablets too fast. And they've got stuck and caused gas, because I was having a lot of gas burpies like a lady, you know, bent over with your hands in the boot going bleh. Real refined stuff. It got pretty bad, but I was still kind of just thinking, oh, it's me with gas. On that day I also by chance had my 6-week post-surgery catch up with my surgeon, which was actually at 7 weeks. And when I got to the hospital I went to check in and I felt really sick. Thought I was going to throw up, so I ran into the bathroom, which was behind me, braced myself on the sink, heaved into the sink, and just clear came out, which was water. And I got this tearing sensation right across here, and I thought I was going to pass out. The pain was so intense, I was like, I'm going to collapse on the floor here and just pass out. So once I got myself back together and I'd gone to my appointment, I mentioned it to my surgeon and the nurses, and I said, look, this has been going on all day and I've got this pain and it's really intense and I just threw up and I'm feeling like this, what do you think it is? And they all kind of agreed that it was gas pains, classic gas pains. My surgeon felt my stomach and he says, oh, it feels okay, everything's soft, nothing's hard, and all that kind of stuff. Also, in the meeting, they said that I was doing really well. They said that they expect a 65 to 70% excess weight loss in the first year after surgery, and I'm 7 weeks out and I've lost 31%, so they were saying I was doing really well. They thought that I was very committed and doing a good job and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of went, don't worry about it, you'll be fine, and sent me on my way. Instantly after leaving, I mean, I was literally in the car park, doubled over again, and I'm thinking, this is taking a long time. It was from 10:30 in the morning till that was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was still killing me. And I'm good at pain. I can take pain because I've lived with chronic pain like since I was 13, and I'm 31 now. So it was pretty bad. We picked the kids up from school and came home, and then in that space between like 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, it just got worse and worse and worse, steadily, very fast. I was throwing up bile all the time. I didn't know where to put myself. I phoned the surgeon and I said, look, it's got worse and worse. And he said, well, because I've seen you today, I'm not too worried because everything was fine. And he said to take some painkillers and try and sleep it off. So I took some Oromorph, but I threw it straight back up like 20 seconds later, and I tried to sleep it off, but it hurt more to lie down. And at this point I was starting to feel like, look, this isn't right. You know when you know in your own body that it's not right. So I phoned the surgeon back and he told me to come in to the hospital to have some tests. So I went into the hospital that evening on the Thursday about 7 o'clock. There was a Nazi lady there who was horrible to me. I went in and they gave me a bed and I sat down and I was kind of leaning on the table and bracing myself and crying and things because I couldn't help it. It was just that intense of a pain. And she came over and she went, look, you're not booked in. We can't do anything till the surgeon comes. He's not here yet. We can't give you any meds. We're not ordering any tests until he's here. So I want you to be quiet because the other people are complaining now and it's visiting time and you'll upset the others. Arsehole. So I turned my chair around and leant out the window and tried to get some air because I just thought I was going to pass out. That night, the Thursday night, was the most intense, uncomfortable, distressing, painful experience of my life, and I've had quite a few painful experiences, and that tops it completely. It was to the point where I was screaming and throbbing, like sobbing at people and just going, there was something wrong inside my body, believe me, because at this point they were still going, well, your surgeon saw you like yesterday, so what's happened in that time, what's wrong now, you know, kind of like making out that it was my fault or that I was making up how bad it was. The following morning, on the Friday, my surgeon got in and he ordered x-rays and CT scans, and it was only at that point when they got the CT scan back that they actually started to go, oh okay, something is wrong, and scheduled me for surgery. So it was kind of a relief, and at that point I was just like, he came to me, the surgeon and the anaesthetist and everything, and they could have told me anything, I would have forgotten it like that. I was in that much pain and delirious and throwing up at the same time as they spoke to me, because every time I moved I threw up. I must have thrown up 30 plus times in one day, and it was just bile. He came and said to me, like, look, we don't know what we're going to find. We might be able to do it laparoscopically with some new holes, or we might have to open you up completely. And then you'll have to have all sorts of different stuff and stay in for a long time. And at that point I was just like, just do it. Do whatever it is you need to do to make this stop, because I cannot take it anymore. So I went down to surgery about 3 o'clock on Friday and woke up a couple hours later, and I was just so relieved. I mean, I was relieved also because they only had to do 3 laparoscopic holes and didn't have to open me up, but I was also relieved because when I woke up I didn't feel like I had to throw up anymore, and the pain that was there in all through me was gone, and it was just like an after surgery pain, and I was just so relieved. So that is where I have been. Thank you very much for all your support and well wishes and things. I haven't had much energy to reply to anything. I'm very, very sore. I'm very, very tired. I still feel a bit queasy. I've got to work back through my food stages a lot quicker. He said in about a week I should be back to solids, but I've got to work back through. And at the moment I'm just about tolerating water today because I just feel really queasy. Like I said, today's Sunday. So they wanted to keep me in an extra night, but I was going crazy in there, so I escaped. And I've come home to be with my tired, poor husband that's been keeping everything running, and yes, and doing, like, being a dad and a husband and looking after his dad who was down, and, you know, doing everything. Hurting his back, helping me get up and down because I'm so stiff.
Busy.
Busy. I've got 3 new holes. I've got my old 5, which are healed now, and I could go swimming, but oh no, I've got some new ones. So I've got one here. This one in my belly button is very sore, very tender. That one hurts quite a lot. And this one up here. So I now have 8 holes. And I can't go swimming again for ages. So that's that out the way. Unless I go outside, we've got some sort of tornado thing coming in, so I could just go splash in the puddles. I think that's everything. Thank you for being patient, waiting for my response, and I will keep you updated. Love you lots. See you soon. Bye bye.
You went out.